It's become clear over the last few hours that Kherson now belongs to the Ukrainians. It's clear also that the Russians have withdrawn. They've left the city of Kherson and, more importantly, they've left the western bank of the Dnipro River. And so they've pulled out not just of the city, but are pulling out of the areas north of the city, at Novokhovka, and some of the areas at Berislav. Now, that pullout may take some time, but undoubtedly that is what they're doing. This is a huge victory for the Ukrainians. It's not only a symbolic victory, because Kherson was the only significant city that the Russians took, but it's also a military victory because it puts most of Crimea in range of the rockets and the missiles that the Ukrainians can now bring up onto their side of the river Dnieper. However, there are problems as well. The bridge, the Antonovsky Bridge, is down. The Russians have made sure that they have destroyed the bridge. This is the main bridge, the M14 highway that ran through the area. And having damaged the bridge to prevent the Russians using it, the Russians have now taken sections of the bridge down completely so that the Ukrainians cannot use it at all. And that will give the Ukrainians a problem, because as they sit on the western bank of the Dnieper River, the Russians are on the eastern bank, and the Russians will be able to shell Kherson with their artillery. This is exactly what they did in Mariupol. It's what they did in Severodonetsk. It's what they tried to do in Kharkiv. And so in order to stop that happening, the Ukrainians somehow have got to push the Russians at least 30 or 40 kilometers further east. And so although the Ukrainians can attack Sevastopol, which is a huge prize for them, they've really got to concentrate on either across the river or, more likely, from somewhere in the north. They've got to put enough pressure on those Russian forces to make them withdraw further away out of artillery range. Only then will Kherson city be safe. However, the fact is that this is a great day for the Ukrainians, but they'll need a few more great days like this before the business is concluded. The fact is, this war shows all the signs of lasting for some time yet.